Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 29 April 2021, Thursday night, 9 o'clock. You're on the Apostle P channel, so it must be time for a knife sale, and it is. Knife/watch/light sale. Yes. What did I say yesterday? It is a grab bag of awesome tonight. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, if you are new to this weekly sales event, or if you're not, some of you need a refresher, please be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I'll also reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to prior videos on this channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute long explanation of how it works, why the terms are the way they are, etc. So if you are a new buyer, please take the time to watch that. It will help greatly with your purchase experience. Second link will be to my FAQs for Consignors video. That one goes over the mechanics of how this works from the consignor's perspective. So if you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection, please give that a watch. And then the third link, as always, will be to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. And current wait time is about 4 weeks, maybe a shade under, if you want to get some knives sharpened. So that link will tell you how the sharpening service works. So in the description, you're going to see 3 links. Then you're going to see the terms of the sale. And at the very bottom will be the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps to the video, as well as pricing. The number to the left of the slash in the price column will be your as shown price. The number to the right, your as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service price. And as usual, we will have 6 spots open for next day sharpening tomorrow, Friday the 30th. So the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened this evening will be done and shipped tomorrow with all the as shown inventory. And if you're outside the first 6, again, it'll be about 4 weeks before your sharpened knife ships. I think that's about it for housekeeping. Time to get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, one lonely leftover from last week, and frankly, I can't believe you guys left this one. But somebody's going to get a great deal this week. It is from Spyderco Knives. This one by way of Seiki City, Japan. We have the Endura FFG with the Zome glow-in-the-dark handle. So yeah, this FRN handle is molded with the pigment of the pattern molded right in. And of course, it is a glow-in-the-dark handle. Maybe it didn't sell because I didn't do this for you last week. Here's a loom shot. Is that just not the coolest thing? I think it is. So let's get on to the rest of the knife. You've got that classic Endura blade. VG10 is your steel, full flat grind. They're so slicey. Midlock lockback with the boy dent. tumble polished clip. Lockup is rock solid. Action is nice and free. Centering down the middle. It's like new. It's in the box. Last week when I looked, one website had these still available for $101. Completed listings on eBay seem to be running between $81 and $105. We ran it last week at $90, didn't sell, reduced it to $79 on Saturday. Still here. Not a big price drop, but there really shouldn't be. The owner said if it doesn't sell for $75, send it home. So $75 is your price on a perfect example, like new in the box. $95 if you like an Apostle P edge on it. That is the Spyderco Endura Zome glow in the dark. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Okay, guys, time for a little run of watches. First up, from Helson. We have the Shark Diver 40mm brass. So this entire case crafted of brass, and it's been around long enough to develop just a little bit of patina, which is what you want to see. Case back on this watch is titanium, so it's not going to give you any skin reaction. So as I said, 40 millimeters in diameter. Thickness on the Helson is 15. Lug-to-lug measurement about 51 millimeters. Sapphire crystal. Green dial. No date. Depth rating on this one is 500 meters, which is printed on the dial. Now this is wearing a leather strap with the brass buckle. I don't know if that's the original strap, but then it's also going to come with an OD green NATO with brass hardware and a black NATO with brass hardware. So that whole package. Now, these are not in stock on Helson's website as we speak. When they were in stock, this watch was $349, and it is rocking the Seiko NH35 movement, by the way, which is the purchasable by third-party equivalent of the 4R36 with a no date. I can't remember if this has got a ghost date. Let me see. It does have a ghost date position. So, you know, screw down crown, all that good stuff. So they were $349 when they were in stock. I looked at sold listings on eBay for this exact model, and they're kind of all over the place, between $285 and $400. You're not going to believe the price on this one. $220 shipped, no box, no paperwork, right? And that is the Helson Shark Diver 40 brass. I'm going to have a heck of a mess over here you guys can't see. Okay, next up. I told you in the teaser video there were going to be some discontinued and highly sought after Seiko watches. This is the first one. Check this out, guys. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous Quartz chronograph. Stainless steel case, full polish. You've got your running seconds over at 9 o'clock. Your 1/20th second scale for your stopwatch function at 12 o'clock. And then a, what is that? I can't hardly read it. You've got a 60-minute sub-register at 6. Date wheel at 3. 100 meters of water resistance, no screw-down crown. Your start and stop pusher, of course, at 2 o'clock. You can see your 1/20th scale is going to run until 30 seconds, and then it's going to stop. But then when you stop it, it's still gonna read your 1/20th, and then your flyback down here. This watch discontinued, and I think it's rather beautiful with that cream dial and those old style Arabics. Really, really nice watch. 40 millimeters is your diameter. It's just 10 millimeters thick. 45 lug to lug, so nice short lugs. Should work on any wrist. Now this is wearing a worn and wound leather strap. And that's also going to come with the original strap, which is kind of a croc grain leather affair that looks like it's barely, if ever, been worn. So really, really nice package. Let's see if I can do this without mucking it up. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. And this is, it's going to be near mint. I really couldn't find a scratch on it, guys. No box, no papers. I looked at completed or sold listings on eBay. They're running between 70 and 112. And this one's going to be 70 with the original strap that's in mint condition and the worn and wound leather strap as well. So $70 shipped, no box, no papers on the Seiko SNDC 31 Quartz chronograph. Next up, here is a watch from Seiko that is amazing, guys. I believe this was a JDM watch only. It's the Seiko SCVE 003 Spirit of Japan, or Rising Sun. Sometimes it's called by the collecting community. It's just gorgeous. It has a silver dial with vertical brushed finishing. Date at 6. It's an automatic movement running the 4R37A. So the 37, not the 36, okay. The 37 gives us this sub-dial at 1030 reading the 24-hour scale. Just beautiful. Big applied Seiko at 3 o'clock. Gorgeous polished case. Kind of a kettle-shaped case. Display case back showing off that 4R37A movement. The crystal is a boxed Hardlex crystal. Diameter on this watch is 39. Thickness is 13, probably because of that complication with the 24-hour scale. Lug to lug, and they're wire lugs, but they have spring bars. Okay, so they're simulated wire lugs, kind of. That lug to lug measurement is just 45. Now this is on a custom Toshi strap with a beautiful, richly grained leather. Looks like it's had a hole adjustment made by the owner. And then it also comes on an unmolested factory bracelet. These are solid links with push pins, stamped clasp, 2-button pushers. I believe all the links are here. So just imagine, it's not going to be a fitted bracelet. It's going to use those wire lugs properly. Condition on this one is near mint. I don't think I really could find a scratch on it. No box, no papers, with the factory bracelet and the custom strap, the Yoshi strap. Toshi strap, I'm sorry. I tried to do price research on these. Guys, they're unobtainium. I couldn't find any current or sold listings on eBay for this watch. You Seiko collectors who don't have one of these, you need one. Your price on this one's going to be $330 on the Seiko SCVE 003 Spirit of Japan. Next up. Oh, this is way too cheap, my friends. It is way too cheap. What we have here is the legendary Seiko SKX009. The watch that's responsible for costing people a lot of money. It is a gateway drug. Professional 200-meter diver from Seiko in a wonderfully wearable case. Screw down crown at 4 o'clock. Hardlex crystal. Aluminium bezel. Brushed lug tops. Polished sides. I'm sure there is a wave case back underneath there. Screw down crown. 7S26 movement. Day and date. No hacking, no hand winding, so the seconds fall where they may. And when you want to fire it up in the morning after it's sat for a week, you gotta shake it. But then as you wear it, it just keeps running. This watch is very near mint. I don't think I found a mark on it. It is currently wearing a Pepsi NATO strap. It comes with a well-worn leather NATO strap and the factory rubber. No box, no papers. They are discontinued. You might find some new ones laying around at websites or on eBay. You're not going to believe the price on this, guys. Very near mint. No box, no papers. Factory leather. Pepsi NATO. Leather NATO. $140 shipped. Man, that's a buy, I think. I just think that's a buy. Okay, next up, and the last timepiece in tonight's sale. This one hails from Switzerland. Yes, it does. And it's a Victorinox watch. It comes with box of papers, manuals. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know this was in here. I don't know if I can get it out. Come on, honey. Ah, the original rubber strap. It's not wearing the original rubber strap. Doesn't look like it's ever been worn on that strap. And now I can't get it back together. Of course not. There we go. This is the Victorinox Inox in quartz. Very cool watch, and it's wearing a really nice black leather strap with red stitching to tie in with the red second hand on the dial of the watch. Very handsome. Notice that Seamaster-esque faceted bezel, which is fixed, by the way. Circular brushing around the top, and then the facets are polished, which is the only polish anywhere on the case. It is a Swiss quartz movement, date at 4:30. The markers and hands are loomed, and I'll throw in a little loom shot for you. The case diameter is 43, the thickness is 13, the lug to lug is 51. Very handsome dial. I'm not sure you can really pick up the matte nature of that dial with a little bit of a different texture around the edge. Just very cool with the Swiss Army cross at 12 o'clock. Screw down crown. First position is going to change your date. Second position is going to hack your movement, allow you to set the hands. Crown works very well. Let's see. Don't know what these are new, but I did look on the used market on eBay. Sold listings between $150 and $211. This one can be yours near mint with an extra leather strap and the original rubber with box and papers. $130 shipped priority mail. That's the Victorinox Inox Quartz. Next up, we got a flashlight party going on over here. From a company I've never heard of, but I bet some of you guys have. This is from Acebeam, and this is model number W30LEP, which is a very interesting light. It's all about throw on this one. There's very little spill, and it uses a white laser-like emitter. And yeah, this is real, guys. Throw distance 2,408 meters. I think that's like 1.5 miles-ish. It's hard to show you in front of the camera, but I don't know if you can really see how intense that is, but it's freaking intense, guys. There's my camera changing with the light setting. But, you know, at 50 feet, the diameter of that beam is only going to be a couple feet. So this is not a task light, not even close. They rate the lumens at 500, but I don't think that's right because it's so concentrated. It literally shoots 1.5 miles. It comes with a 21700 rechargeable battery. It also has an adapter for an 18650. Okay, you have a clip and a couple extra O-rings that come in the box, and a red filter that screws on kind of like a lens cap on a camera. Let's see here. Very nicely. Crenulated aluminum bezel, and pretty neat light. There's your red. So I think these are actually discontinued now, and when they're in stock and being produced, they were $329.90. This one can be yours in near mint to like new condition with box, papers, goodies. $100, guys. $100 shipped on the Acebeam W30LEP flashlight. Next up, something a little more conventional, kind of an EDC light. From Zebralight, we have the SC53W, which comes in a nice dark gray, hard anodized aluminum handle, large usable pocket clip that is removable, looks like via torque screws. This one runs a AA rechargeable, and it's got an NA loop in it now. Very simple interface, a clicky button in a spot where you can actually use it. I love how Zebralight does that. So you just hold it down, low, medium, high. Let's see, specs on this. 3 inches in overall length, Cree XP-LL. The lumens on the 3 brightness levels are 330, 65, and 1.2. It is near mint to like new in box. There might have been a scuff on the clip. No, I can't even find that. But super usable, great size. Web price on these brand new is $57. This one can be yours near mint to like new in box. $40 shipped priority mail. It's the Zebralight SC53W. Next, from Olight, this is really cool, guys. This is the Olight O-Pen 2. Light or right. This is a limited edition. I don't know why. But here's the deal. Nice aluminum body. 5 3/4 in overall length. So up at the top is all your light stuff, right? I'll take that off. And it's a rechargeable with USB-C. And let's see. between 5 and 120 lumens, and your light is here. And check this out, guys. So I'll just hold it low, medium. Is it just 2? There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's your light. And then your pen is a bolt action pen. Works very nicely. And that is serviceable down here at the ferrule. And it uses an Olight refill. Gel ink. Very easily obtainable on the Olight website. I think it's a medium black in this one. Condition on the O pen too, like new in the box. You can buy these new on Amazon for 50 bucks. This one can be yours, like new in the box. 30 bucks, 30 bucks. The Olight O pen 2, and that is $30 shipped. Priority mail. How about that? Okay, that's all the stuff I'm not good at presenting. You know, watches and flashlights. Time to get to the stuff I know. Knives. First up, we're going to start off with one from that little old company in Titusville, PA. Titusville, PA. From the Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield Premium Pocket Knives line, we have model number 745120. That means it's a Mustang because it's got a drop point blade, says the number 5, in Arizona ironwood. And you're not going to believe this. Oh my. Oh my. Would you look at that? Satin finish, by the way. Triple line bolsters. Gorgeous shield. There's that drop point blade with the Northfield unexcelled Mustang etch. Nail neck, gorgeous, graceful, drawn swedge. Beautiful walk and talk. 7 pull. Beautiful centering. And it comes with, I don't know what the maker is on this, but look at that. A beautiful clippable pocket slip. I love how that protects. You can still get your fingers on it. And it's going to come with the button. Condition is going to be, we'll call it near mint to like new in tube with button. Sold listings on eBay for this knife between $232 and $250. It seems very consistent. This one can be yours, but it's got something those knives don't have, which is this super nicely made slip. Your price on the whole shoot and match, shipped priority mail, $225. That is the GEC Northfield 74 Mustang. So $225 like it is, $240 with an Apostle P edge. Nice package. Next up, from Serge Knife Company, Serge Pachinko, we have a knife that is very imaginatively named the Slip Joint from Serge. And it is a slip joint pocket knife and an acid stonewash titanium handle with I would imagine a titanium clip. And then this beautiful little Warncliffe blade fashioned of Bowler M390 super stainless steel. Half stop. Nail neck, if I can find it. There it is. Great walk and talk. Perfect centering. Pull weight is about a 7. It seems like that nail neck wants to be farther out, but because that's where I naturally reach for it. It's okay though. Very, very nice. Your closed length is 3 5/8 inches. So kind of a small trapper style handle. Nice Serge embossed maker, engraved maker's mark. Condition on this one is going to be like new in the box. They are out of stock right now. When they were in stock, they ran about 150 bucks at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours for $110. And then $130 if you'd like an Apostle P edge on it. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's in your inventory as the Serge slip joint. Next up, it's a Cold Steel Broken Skull by Steve Austin. But not just any broken skull. This here particular one has a blade of CTS XHP and a beautiful satin finish with that PVD or DLC coating that just works so nicely. A tick over 4 inches on the blade length, I believe. Blue G10. It's wearing the right-handed clip right now. Got a little bit of clip wear at the end. And a little bit of wear on the screws. Rock solid lockup. Action's pretty doggone nice. I think the centering is on the money. I can't really do it. If anything, it favors the left side ever so slightly. But totally dialed in. We'll call this one near mint in box. Guys, have you seen what these XHP broken skulls are selling for? They're discontinued. Sold listings on eBay between $101 and $150. They are not getting cheaper. This one can be yours though. $85 shipped priority mail. $105 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Cold Steel Broken Skull. Next up, from Protech in the new box, which I just love. I do. You got that slip-on sleeve and that off-centered clamshell. You got a new baggie with a drawstring. Yeah, fitting of the quality of the product inside. This knife is the 3201-BW Dark Angel. With the battle-worn blade. Check this out, guys. Look at that. Look at that. You got a hard anodized black aluminum handle. We got some writing on the spine. Protech USA Dark Angel. Does that mean production run number 7, serial number 402? I don't know. Very nice clip. I'm not sure what the coating is on that, but it's really well done. This is a single action out the front with a safety. So if you pull it back, it will not fire. You push the safety forward and whack. This has a thwacky action, guys. Then you push the button and you pull back, kind of like a halo, right? What a thwack. Blade is 154 cm. Blade length is 3 5/8. Handle is 5 1/8. Just look at that handle shape, guys. It's so gorgeous. Double-edged dagger blade. Wow. Unbelievable thwack. I don't think the microphone's picking this up because I think it's clipping it. Oh, it's a thwack. It's almost halo thwack. Condition on this one is like new in the box. These are out of stock everywhere. They were $245 when they were in stock. This one can be yours like new in the box. Perfect example. $225 shipped priority mail. We don't want to sharpen this. It's just fun. Unless you need to stab somebody, then it's not fun. That is the Protech Dark Angel. Next up, our second Protech in tonight's sale in the beautiful new box. This is the Protech HQ SNG 03. Really? So this is a Blade HQ exclusive edition automatic SNG. Oh! Look at this, guys. Burgundy canvas micarta scale on the show side. And then your hard anodized black aluminum on the business side with the Strider clip. Button lock automatic. DLC coated 154 cm blade. rock solid lockup. Centering is very close to perfect, if not perfect. Action, Protech-y, right? Which is to say perfect. Condition on this one is like new in the box. Let's see. They're out of stock at Blade HQ. When they were in stock, they were $280. This one can be yours. Might be the buy of the sale. $210. $210 like it is. $230 with an ApostleP Edge. That is the Protech Strider SNG Auto. Next up. I don't think I've ever had one of these in my hand. It comes in a drawstring baggie only. It is from G&G Hawk. Hawk Knife Designs. Grant Hawk, Gavin Hawk. How about that? The knife is the Hawk Mud Auto. Mud, M-U-D-D. And this is going to say, in parentheses, TAP, because it is wearing an ApostleP Edge. Yes, it is from our favorite consignor, Chris in Texas. So, MUD stands for Multi-Utility Dirt Defiant. And that's because of the way the pivot is done. There are large washers of a soft sealing material that come all the way to the edge of the frame to help seal out dirt from that auto mechanism. Get that big pivot, and it's sort of quiet because of all the contamination protecting material up front, but the action is totally squared away. The blade is a beautifully stone-washed hunk of CPM 20 CV on the edge. How about that edge? Lockup is rock solid. Blade centering is dead down the middle. Blade length is, what is it? 3 5/16 inches. The handle is 4 9/16. The clip is ambidextrous and deep carry. Lanyard loop kind of integrated into the handle. Black G10 over what appears to be an aluminum hard anodized black frame. Condition is going to be near mint in baggy, not like new because it has a way better than new edge. Okay, these are out of stock everywhere. Can't find them. Your price on this one is going to be $415, guys. $415 on the G&G Hawk Mud Auto TAP. Next up, in the diminutive box from Hinderer Knives, made in USA, we have a Hinderer half-track in 20 CV, Gen 2 with the tri-weight pivot, spear point blade, stonewash finish, and OD green G10. How about that? Look at that little cutie. There's your green G10. There's your stonewash frame. There's your steel inserted lock interface. And there's your blade. It's got like a super fine bead blast on that blade. 20 CV is going to be your steel. Lockup is rock solid, Hinderer solid. Centering is Hinderer perfect. Flipping action stupendous. Blade length on the half track 2 13/16 inches. Love the fuller. Handle length is 3 15/16. It's a perfect example. It's like new in the box. When it was new, Chris paid $425 for it. You get it for $300. $300 shipped, priority mail, $325. If you'd like it to come with an ApostleP Edge, and if you do, next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Hinderer half track Gen 2. Next up, from Masdrop and knife designer Tashi Bharucha, we have the Prism folding knife. Comes with a gorgeous blue anodized and kind of acid stonewash titanium handle, heavily skeletonized. Handle length on the Prism is going to be 4 3/16. The blade, which opens via an oddly shaped hole that's frankly a little hard to manipulate because it's got such a firm detent on that ball bearing pivot, right? A gorgeous stonewashed hunk of RWL 34 steel wearing an ApostleP edge that feels like a virgin. Yep, it is a ball bearing pivot. Centering is how about dead down the middle. We'll call it near mint in box only because of that way better than factory edge. I don't think you can buy these new anymore. I think they're gone. Looked at sold listings on eBay. They've been selling between $184 and $245, but you can buy this one with probably the best edge of any of those knives for $165, shipped priority mail. That is the Masdrop Bharucha Prism TAP. Next up, from We Knife, we have, if I can find it, a model number 913 Alpha Miscreant with black titanium handle with golden anodized holes and a CPMS 35 VN blade. This knife is just cool. You guys know I don't buy Chinese knives, but if I were going to, this might be one I would buy. Check out this beauty. So it's like a black DLC tumbled finish, and then only on the show side the hole champers have that golden ano. So those have been cleaned up after the black coating and then anodized golden. Okay, and then this beautiful custom lanyard with the titanium bead that just looks beautiful with that handle, don't you think? So the Miscreant handle is 4 13/16 inches in length, and it houses a blade 4 inches long. So superb blade to handle ratio, beautifully swedged drop point, gorgeous satin finish on the S35. Good job, Brad Zinker, on this design. The clip is black titanium, and it's tip up, and it looks to be totally reversible by that notch. So lefty friendly for sure. Ball bearing flipper, steel inserted frame lock, rock solid lockup. Beautiful blade centering, and totally sweet flipping action. Condition on this is like new in the box. They're out of stock. When they were in stock, brand new on the web, they were $233. This one can be yours for $185, shipped priority mail. $205 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the WE 913A Miscreant. Great name too. Whatever American WE has naming their knives, you're doing a great job. Okay, next up. Oh, guys, we got some serious special right here. If you are a WE collector, and you know I'm not, you probably got to have this. So it comes in a pretty nice box, kind of a pearlescent cardboard, and then there's an inner box. Oh my, there's this knife. It is totally not a user. Now I can't get the box back together. Man, Rob, you're such a... Okay, it comes with this little card. A certificate of authenticity. This is a WE Eschaton, model number 1260-500. This is really a statement about machining and mechanics. It's not a user. Look at that, guys. Acid stonewash titanium frame, blue anodized in front, bronze anodized in back, a super discreet flipper way up front, whoops, and out from that comes this M390 blade, DLC coated, and then two-tone with the satin flats, nightmare grind. And I remember that Chris had me sharpen this knife. It was not fun, but the bling of that edge kind of goes with the rest of the knife. I'm not sure what kind of a cutter it is. I don't remember what angle I sharpened it at, but I did a fine job. I like it when my work comes back and I get to see how I was doing that day. Got the yokote right, where that little straight piece of edge meets that little recurve. That was not fun. I'm kind of glad to be a contributor to this knife. Anyway. Wow. It is a stainless steel liner lock. I think that's stainless. It's black coated. Everything's squared away. So it's going to be near mint in box only because of my edge, keeping it from being brand new. They're gone, of course. You can't buy this knife new. Sold listings on eBay. I was really pretty shocked because I don't think the high-end limited production Chinese stuff generally resells that well, but sold listings on eBay between $5.99 and $9.40. This one can be yours for $3.95 shipped priority mail. That is the Wii Eschaton with the TAP edge. Next up, we go from exotic folder to bare bones fixed blade. Yes, we do. This one is from Essie. Comes with full box. Most of these Essie boxes get pitched, so it's kind of nice. It's an SE4. There's the original molded plastic sheath with that super stout Essie clip. But the knife isn't in that sheath. It's in this one. And I got to turn the page. It's from AZ Velka, the custom Kydex and Digicam with the leather dangle. I think you could probably go belt here or belt here, depending on how you want to wear it. And this is kind of a special SE4 because it's got that green crinkle coat epoxy, 1095 blade, 4.5 inches long. Handle length, 4 1/4, and this isn't your average Essie handle. That's got that 3D machined canvas micarta. And then it looks like it's almost stabilized afterward. I don't know how they do that, but see how it shines? Yeah. Super great knife in hand, guys. Just a great woodsman's utility blade. So with the AZ Velka custom Kydex and the original sheath and the box, let's see, just for the knife with the factory sheath, these are about 127 bucks online. I don't know, that's got to be what, a $60 or $70 sheath. I didn't price it out, but that is a piece of work right there. So Chris probably has like 190 in this package, something like that. It is like new in the box with the custom sheath. Your price $110, and then $130 if you like it with an ApostleP edge. That is the SE4. Next up, from Bark River Knives, Escanaba, Michigan, USA. We have a Bark River Essential with Damascus blade and desert iron wood handle. The sheath has never been opened. Here's the knife. Look at that. And these are, I remember when they ran these. These are Zochrist Damascus. This particular one, as well as that gorgeous desert ironwood handle, has brass pins and a brass lanyard tube and brass bolsters. Love the fuller. And I remember when I sharpened this for Chris. Oh my. So this has my edge on it. It is not convex sharpened. That is a V-ground, half micron degree ApostleP edge on this Essential. These will probably never be run again because I don't think Zoe is making any more steel. Last I knew, he was in California, or I don't know what he's doing. But what a great maker of Damascus Zoe is. I hope he gets back into it. Beautiful. Anyway, I don't know what this knife was. It was probably $350 new. Yeah. Bark River's box price, their suggested retail is $469.95. It probably sold new at about $350 from a web dealer. This one can be yours rocking an ApostleP Edge, $250 on the Bark River Essential Damascus TAP. Next up, we got a little fixed blade combo deal for y'all. First, we have the K-Bar TDI Pocket Strike. So it has a clippable to your pocket molded plastic sheath. Inside resides that large, for a TDI knife, fixed blade. So it's just a hunk of AUS 8A, 3 3/16 inch blade length, 4 7/8 inch handles, removable Zytel scales, pinky ring. Actually pretty ergonomic. Nice sheath retention. It's near mint to like new, no box. On the web, you can find these new between $50 and $57. Backing it up from CRKT, we have the Burnley Achi, which is a little 2 5/8 inch fixed blade out of 8CR13 MOV with a funky faux Damascus etch. Nice cord wrapped handle. And it's near mint, no box, with sheath. These sell for, what do they sell for? $40-ish. So let's say, about $95 in original web pricing for these two knives. The combo can be yours for $50, plus $20 each to sharpen. So your pricing is going to say $50, $70, $90. And we'll call this the K-Bar CRKT combo in your inventory. Okay? Next up. Oh, it's just a black leather sheath from Buck with a bronze snap, brass snap. That's all, just a black sheath. Oh, and just a buck 110. Just a buck 110. It looks like it's spent most of its life in the 4 years that it's been on this earth. Just sitting around doing nothing. Just a little bit of hazy patina on the brass. Beautiful, beautiful grain on that laminated wood. Blade is 420HC, and by the tang stamp I can tell that it was made in 2017. Beautifully ground. Rock solid lockup. Buttery smooth action. Centering favors the left ever so slightly, but totally squared away. Totally squared away. No box, but it does have the sheath. You can buy this knife brand new, around $50 on the web. It is ubiquitous. They're everywhere. They always have been. Or just buy this one, throw it in your glove box. $35 shipped, priority mail. $55 with an ApostleP Edge. That is in your inventory is simply buck 110. Next up, it's another buck, and it's an old pattern. It's a 112 Ranger, but not your average 112 Ranger. Check this out, guys. This says S30V on the box. And somewhere it says Slim Ranger. So this is the Ranger Slim Pro. Ranger 112 Slim Pro. In brown canvas micarta scales. Reversible tip-up deep carry pocket clip. And thumb stud blade of CPM S30V with the Paul Boss heat treat. How about that? 2 15/16 inches of blade, 4 1/4 inches of handle. Backlock all the way at the back. It's one-hand openable, but the spring is strong, so it's probably not going to be flicked unless you get really good at it. Rock solid lockup. Very smooth but strong action. And centering is what? What? Dead down the middle. It's like new in the box. Very cool if you're a Buck fan. Weighs nothing. And it's slim. Let's see. Web pricing on these brand new, $80 wherever you go. $80, $80, $80. This one can be yours. Shipped. Priority mail for $60. Priority mail, shipped, all in, like new in the box. Perfect example. $60 like it is. $80 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Buck 112 Slim Pro. Next up. Man, I just need to keep this. For what they cost and how cool they are, I should just buy it and keep it. It is the Mikov Predator lever lock. Man, I'm telling you. From the Czech Republic. Comes in a nicely made black leather sheath. Fits tight. Huh. Look at that, guys. Would you look at that? Are you kidding me? So all stainless steel frame. Some kind of Zytel-like material for the scales. Predator. You flip up the lever, you push it, and thwack! Out comes that faux dagger blade, right? So it's a spear point. Sharp only on this side. Faux edge on that side. Beautiful tumble polish. Blade steel is stainless. Blade length 3 3/4, handle length 4 3/4. Beautiful curvy coffin. To release it, whoops. Push the lever down, close it up. I think they're super cool. They're very well made too. I usually can get in there with the fat of my finger. There we go. Because guys, if you've ever had an Italian stiletto, I don't care what kind it is, how much it costs. They all have blade play. Not the Mikov. And I think, look at the centering. I mean, they're just super well made. I love them. I think these are actually in stock right now at Blade HQ for $80. This one can be yours. Near mint, in box with sheath, maybe like new, pretty darn close. $50. We're not going to sharpen it. It's a toy or a stabber, but we don't need to sharp. We don't need a sharp edge on a stabber. If you, I don't know, if you want me to, I'll sharpen it. 20 to sharpen if you want. Whoops. So 50 like it is, 70 sharpened on the Mikov Predator. Love that knife. Love it. Next up, well, we had a Serge knife earlier in the sale. We got another Serge knife, but it's a Boker Plus. And let's see, they don't tell you nothing. End of the box. This is the Boker Plus Lancer designed by Serge Pachenko. So it's kind of a utilitarian, solid brass handled liner lock knife, and the locking leaf is titanium. The blade is a spear point, saber ground out of S35 VM. Blade length is 3 1/8, Handle's 4 inches, so very efficient blade to handle ratio. I think the clip is titanium also. Just a simple liner lock. Kind of a stonewashed, acid stonewash finish on the blade. I don't know if the brass was dull like that when that was new or if that's patina, but it looks like it was sort of acid stonewashed. Rock solid lockup. Nice smooth action. Perfect blade centering. So I can't speak to the... I think that's sort of how it was when it was new. So I'm going to say it's like new to... near mint to like new. In box. They're out of stock everywhere. They were $90 when they were in stock, web pricing. This one can be yours. $60. $60 like it is. $80 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the Boker Plus Lancer brass. Next up, from that little knife company that could. Man, Hogue is coming on strong, guys. For decades, they made gun grips. Now they're making knives, and boy, are they making knives. This is the Hogue 34236 EX02 in solid G10 checkered handle. Yeah, this is kind of a cool knife, guys. Very aggressively checkered like a gun grip, and then that G10 comes together to form sort of an impact device at the back. Now, it's a liner lock knife, but it has a safety. Well, I think it has a safety. How did I do that? Yeah. So if you employ the safety, it only works in the open position. Then you can't unlock the liner. Pretty cool. The clip appears to be tip up or down, if you see those machined notches for the clip, but right now it's mounted for tip up. Very strong liner lock, by the way. Ball bearing flipper. Blade is kind of a Elishewitz stylized spear point in 154 cm, beautiful stonewash. 3 3/8 is your blade length. Handle length is 4 9/16. Superb in hand. Nice jumping on the spine. So let's see. Action and lockup are perfect. Centering is very close. But it's got a really cool hidden lanyard post too. You kind of have to slip it that way through there because you don't even see that at all from the side. Super cool. We'll call this one near mint in box, and I think I saw just the slightest little nick right on the corner of the clip. Yep. Right now these are out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $152 at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours. $110 shipped, priority mail, 110. $130 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the Hogue 34236 EX02. Next up, from Spyderco. Gold in Colorado, USA Earth. Inside the box, we have a Yojimbo 2. Sort of the plain Jane variety, the standard issue, the black G10 with tumble polished, beautiful clip, compression lock, and that wicked, wicked blade, CPM S30V. Oh, let's see, lockup is rock solid, action is beautiful, centering is too. A beautiful example. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. Map pricing on these brand new at your favorite web retailer is $155. This one can be yours for $125 like it is, $125. But $145 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Spyderco Yojimbo 2. Next up, another Spyderco, another one from Gold in Colorado, USA Earth. we have a Spyderco Para 3. In 204p. Yeah. This is a KnifeWorks exclusive Para 3. Forest green G10. Bright hardware. Tumble polished Spyderco clip. There's your blade and your steel. CTS 204p. That is the M390 analog from Carpenter. Factory edge, quite nice. Now, my consignor told me that it had a little bit of a centering issue when it was new. So he did take the knife apart, and you can see just a little bit of sort of roughness around the lanyard hole in the G10. Not really a big issue. But look now, beautiful drop-free action and perfect blade centering. So we got totally squared away mechanics on this one. It is near mint in box. They're selling between $209 and $238 completed listings on eBay. But let's see. How about we do $190 on this one? $190 shipped, priority mail. That's the Spyderco Para 3 FG 204p. $215 if you'd like my edge on it. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, oh, this is my save me from myself moment. From the Benchmade Knife Company, we have a custom bug out. From the Benchmade Custom Shop. So it's a CU535-GR-M4 bug out. Oh, man. I love how Benchmade, I love how they do this. You go on the website, you go to the custom shop, you build yourself a knife. And here is what Eric built. We have machined, checkered, gray G10 handle scales. We have a smoky deep carry shorty clip. We have a gray Cerakoted blade in CPM M4. Now let's see. Rock solid lockup. Not quite drop-free action, but really good. And the blade centering squared away. Let's see. Now Eric did sharpen this, and he got the tip a little wonky. It's toothy and it's sharp. Okay. Let's see. I went on the website and I built this knife. So it's $255 to build one just like this on Benchmade's website. $255. This one can be yours for $180. That's a G10 M4 gray Cerakote bug out. I'm not very good with that. The clip in my underneath my finger. Let's see. There we go. There we go. So 180 like it is. 205 if you like my edge on it, and if I sharpen it, I'll repoint that tip for you. It's just a little rounded. So that is the Benchmade Bug Out CU535-GR-M4. Next up, from Great Eastern Cutlery, Titty Cutlery trademark, traditional style pocket knives. We have a model 190120 Little Rattler in red coral canvas micarta with button. Here's the knife. Oh, look at that little beauty. Because it's canvas micarta, everything's set and finished, micarta and hardware. The blade, the little warning with the little rattler etch. Beautiful walk and talk. About a 5 pull. Centering is down the middle. Condition on the little rattler, like new in the tube with button. Your price, this will, we've run a bunch of little rattlers in the last 2 weeks. None of them this cheap. $90, guys. $90 like it is. $105 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That brings us to the last knife in the sale. From Great Eastern Cutlery, we have a TDU cutlery, good as gold, number 15, TC Barlow, model number 152121 in rough sawn Osage orange. Would you take a look at that? Just look at that wood. Are you kidding me? All steel constructed, big old bolsters, brightly polished with the TC TDU cutlery maker's mark. You get a single spear point blade. I love this etch. The good as gold trademark. Satin finished. Cut swedge, long pull, 7 pull, perfect walk and talk, perfect centering, condition like new in the tube, like new in the tube. I saved my consignor from himself, by the way. I'm not going to tell you the price he suggested we sell this for, because you ain't getting it for that. He didn't know. Your price, $225. $225 like it is. $240 with an Apostle P edge. That is the GEC TDU number 15. TC Barlow. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Have yourself a great evening. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking.